Why is this week's Torah portion called Yitro? If you read through the portion, it becomes very clear that our portion is talking about the revelation at Mount Sinai and the giving of the Ten Commandments. An event that was the pinnacle of history. The moment when the living God speaks to the entire nation. An event unparalleled in any human story, in any religious text. The event at Mount Sinai. And yet the name of the Parasha that contains this seminal and important event is called Yitro. Why? Shabbat Shalom. In this week's Parsha of Yitro, the opening words of our Parsha gives us a message that is so important and so powerful that without it, we might miss out receiving the Torah at Mount Sinai. Allow me to explain. The Parsha opens Vayishma Yitro. Yitro heard, asks the great commentator Rashi. What was it that Yitro heard that inspired him to join the Jewish people? And he explains that he heard about the events of the splitting of the sea and the war against Amalek, and that's what motivated him to come and join the Jewish people. Now the question is as follows. These were two major events. If you read through the story of the splitting of the sea, and you read the song of Moses that he sings after the events of the sea, we read about how all the nations of the time heard. Edom, the Edomites, and the Philistines, and the Canaanites, they all heard what had transpired when the sea had miraculously split, and how the Jews had passed through the sea, and how to crush the Egyptian army. And yet, not one of those people thought to come and join Am Yisrael. Only Yitro. And this is where the line comes. Vayishma Yitro v'yavo, says Rashi. What did Yitro hear that made him arrive or go? And this is the further point. It was not that he heard, because everyone else also heard the message. They were all inspired by what had transpired. But none picked up the bags and said, I have to go now. They hesitated. And the amazing experience dissipated. And they just went back to their own lives. And thus the Torah wants to teach us that when you come to an event, no matter how important the event, it could be a great event like God giving the Ten Commandments on Mount Sinai. What an incredible moment. But if you hesitate and you don't respond and you don't act and you're not motivated to act immediately and you go, I'll do it tomorrow, that feeling will dissipate and you never will. And you can think about your own lives and how many times this has happened when you thought, oh, I'm so motivated, I'm going to do X tomorrow. And then tomorrow never comes. The enthusiasm evaporates, dissipates, and disappears. And so the Torah, in setting us up to teach us about the events of receiving the Torah at Mount Sinai, gives us the story of Yitro first. Vayishma Yitro. Yitro heard, uva, and he came. He heard and he acted. He did not wait for the next day. He did not hesitate. Because in there lies the danger. In an incredible story found in the book of Kings, Elijah the prophet performs an incredible miracle before 400 prophets of the Baal. He proves once and all for that God is the true God. And everyone bows down to God at that moment in acknowledgement. Hashem hu Elokim, God is the true God. And the evil queen Jezebel turns to Elijah at that moment and says, come to me machar, come to me tomorrow. Let's talk about what happened. And the next morning, when Elijah arrives, she says to him, everything yet you achieved, it's gone. Because the people did not react. They did not change. They said, Machar, we'll do it tomorrow. And tomorrow never comes. And for that reason, our parsha is called Parshat Yitro, to remind us to act like a Yitro. When we hear something, when we are inspired, when we are motivated, when we are angered, to act now. Don't wait for tomorrow, because tomorrow never comes. For the hesitation always leads to dissipation. Shabbat.
Hi, this is Rabbi Lewin. If you've enjoyed the content of the sermons and the ideas that have been expressed in the YouTube video, please hit that first subscription button and notification bell, and share the videos with friends. We'd love to grow the channel and love to engage with you. Please share your comments in the section below. I'd love to hear from you. Have an amazing day.